What's going on TikTok? This video is like a random video, but it's also a revelation. I was watching this video about a group of Hebrew Israelites and basically how they preach a works-based salvation and, you know, taking pride in the fact of being God's chosen people. And the revelation I believe the Holy Spirit gave me is that Hebrew Israelites are no different from people who run to witchcraft. See, the reason why people run to witchcraft is for a searching for power and trying to find their identity and trying to fill that void within them. And I believe the Hebrew Israelites fall into that same category. See, you know, as African Americans in America, we're pushed down on, we're given the short end of the stick a lot, and it's easy to have like a victim mindset. But then when you learn about your true identity, you begin to glorify that and boast in that as if that's what makes you unique and if that's what makes you special. But along with others who practice like witchcraft and, you know, Hebrew Israelites, the one thing that they forget is that, especially Hebrew Israelites, is that it was due to Israel rebelling and lusting after idols is why Gentiles had an opportunity to become saved as well. So it's like, what is there to brag on? You know, it's good to understand who you are, but don't let that consume you and think that makes you better than anybody else. Because people pushing you down, so now you're trying to push others down. And that's just what it is. Everybody has a quest for power, but not truly seeking a relationship with Jesus Christ. And when you actually seek a relationship with Jesus Christ, you realize, like witchcraft, being a Hebrew is nothing to brag about, but having a relationship with Jesus is everything to be proud of. So that was a quick little hot take.
Alright, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Hashem. Akwakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. This is Brother Kawak coming at you with another lesson. Now the thing is, for this, I'm going to have to play again. I'm going to play it again because I don't remember all the different stuff that he brought up, and I might have to go back in order to better reference and better address all the stuff that he mentioned. So expect that. Yahawadah. Next, the thing about him is that he doesn't know. He's basically making statements while not knowing exactly what. Let me get this first. Without knowing what he's talking about. All right. So first things first. First Samuel chapter 15 verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. And the thing is, this is where that witchcraft, quote unquote, that he is talking about, or that he's not talking about it. He's unfamiliar with Slovakia. That's a better term to use. He's unfamiliar with, because the true witchcraft comes from him being rebellious, as well as him speaking through his own desire, through his own wish, okay, or wish/hope, whatever you want to call it, of wanting to save Edom, rather than accepting and acknowledging that Esau is the devil that this Bible speaks of, as well as what's it called? Slovakia, as well as in general, damn, that's a hard thing. As well as in general, how we are slowly moving towards returning to Yahawadah. All right, so we are. Let me actually get that. I don't even know if I have this out already. So basically, we are not committing witchcraft. The irony is that he is committing witchcraft because of his actions and his desire to want to go against what the actual scriptures say. Luke chapter 5 verse 32, I came not to call the righteous but sinners to repentance. And this is the thing. It's the thing is that this truth, this word, the words of Yahawadah is not a works-based something where you can do work. The stuff that you will do, the actions that you do, is what's going to get you saved. That's not the thing. Let me also get. Of course, I don't have it for some reason. I don't know why. Because that was because I was gonna take another approach to this lesson, but James chapter 2 verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. And again, it's while faith is not going to be, it's like faith alone can't save you, but at the same time, works alone can't save you. You show your faith through your works. So you say, so it's kind of like let's say, for example, what's that dude's name? Noah. I don't know why I just forgot it. Noah showed his faith in Yahawadah because through the works of him making the ark. Okay, that is an example of showing faith through works, because he was being seen as stupid, foolish, and all that stuff. They were making fun of him, like, this idiot is doing all this stuff for no reason. Like, there's not going to be no flood. There's not going to be this, that, and third. He's just seen as stupid. All right. Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. He's just seen as stupid, foolish, and all that stuff because he's doing something that is just weird or viewed as pointless to a carnal eye. But on the flip side of it is, for us, we are well, it's like not the flip side, the parallel, or to draw what's the word thing. As a matter of fact, let me get that precept as well. 1 Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved it is the power of Yahweh. And you have primarily, I'll say primarily because there are some that are doing it, but primarily you have Israelites that are going out on the highways and byways to preach this word. And the thing about this is that people, they think, oh, we are we're just wasting time. Oh, people you should just go get a job, you should go just do this, that, and third, whatever, and stuff like that, rather than actually acknowledging that this is the works that we do. It is in order to appease and to satisfy Yahawadah, because he is the one that told us, go feed my Slucky. Let me get that. All right, Slucky, I'm gonna get to these other precepts, but let me get what Yahawadah said. Over here in not verse, but it's in John chapter 21 verse 17. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, John chapter 21 verse 17. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Joseph, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawadah said unto him, feed my sheep. Okay, and through the feeding of the sheep, it is to let our people know. All right. He even told them. Let me also get that. What's it called? Matthew chapter 10. Verse 5. These 12 Yahawadah sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So basically, we have to feed the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. So that is what we are supposed to be doing. This is a part of the thing. This is obedience. Okay. So the irony. All right. So slacky about all that long-winded exposition and whatnot, but it's very important to include all this type of stuff, because you have this dude who's literally saying, who's literally saying that we are practicing witchcraft, when the irony of it is that he's the one that's practicing witchcraft by going against what the Lord said. The Lord literally said that he was not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He told his people, he told our people, the Israelites, Lakia, or more specifically, he told his disciples, and by extension, he told us, feed his sheep, the sheep which is the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So again, it's just like you got this dude that is basically he is the embodiment of a hypocrite. All right, so let's not necessarily hypocrite, but he doesn't know what's going on, basically. All right, so I want to I want to listen to it a bit more and then actually go back into some of the stuff that I missed. So Slakia, bear with me one moment.
A group of Hebrew Israelites, and basically how they preach a works-based salvation, and taking pride in the fact of being God's chosen people. And the revelation, I believe,
Slakia, so right quick, you know what, the thing is that you have to understand Matthew chapter 20 verse 16. So the first shall be last. Matthew chapter 20 verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. And the thing about this is that we are currently at the bottom. We are currently being treated like garbage, like trash. We are being treated like the lowest of the low, the worst people. All right. So it's like he's putting all these expectations, all these standards on us, but yet the enemy, Esau Edom, has absolutely no standards. He can be disrespectful, he can be evil, he can abuse his power and all that stuff. But let an Israelite, let a brother say, hey, we are God's chosen people, which, by the way, let me also get that. All right. Let me get this as well, Slakia. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord describes us as a special people above all people, but yet we are in the wrong for pointing that out. And on top of that, you're also acting that way when you just dismiss the fact that you're putting more pressure, more standards, more rules, regulations, and whatever on us to not say that we're better, even though we are better. But on the flip side, there's literally no expectations. There's no whatever. There's no rules, regulations that you are expecting from Esau Edom, because he's getting away with murder and treating us like garbage, rather than if he was a true brother, he's not restoring us to our he's not restoring us by giving us money, giving us all the stuff that he promised and stuff like that. He's just continuing to abuse his power. All right, but yet we are in the wrong for verbalizing the injustice. We are in the wrong for verbalizing that we are better people, and that the Lord is going to judge Esau for his wickedness. But Esau is not in the wrong for actively abusing and misusing his power. All right, so yeah, this is the double standards that's put in place. Now, continuing on,
the Holy Spirit gave me is that Hebrew Israelites are no different from people who run to witchcraft. See, the reason why people run to witchcraft is for searching for power and trying to find their identity and trying to fill that void with.
Okay, Slocky, that's another thing. It's just something that I just wanted to point out that I just thought was stupid. He said people run to witchcraft for identity. I know that's kind of a minor nitpick on my part, but it's still an objectively incorrect statement. And if he was actually honest in this stuff, he would have double checked the stuff that he's saying rather than just saying a bunch of nonsense, because there's no identity in witchcraft. Like unless you're Esau Edom, which then sure, I guess there can be some identity because he is a devil. He's probably trying to get in tune with his demonic side and whatnot. But I guess that's ultimately just an insult to Esau Edom rather than any actual thing. So continuing on, let me actually get into some of these other precepts. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 23, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Okay, so once again, as you already heard me say it, so I'm not going to repeat it. I'm going to try not to repeat it, but basically, you have not Esau, this dude who is basically justifying all the evil that Esau does, and he's disregarding the unfairness of how we are pointing out the wrong in society, pointing out the wrong in our lives and whatnot. Whereas on the flip side, Esau, he has no standards. He can get away with murder. He can do whatever he wants. But the only thing is that we need to be the ones to do stuff. We need to be the ones to take part and do X, Y, and Z. But no, when it comes to everything else, yeah, we have to be what's the word? We have to be slocky. What's the word? We have to be outstanding people. We have to be super nice. We have to be forgiving, even though we are at the bottom, even though we don't have power and stuff like that. But Esau, he has all the power. He has the multiple opportunities, years and years and years of opportunities to act, to try to attempt to make things right, but yet he still does not do it. But yet again, as I said before, and I sound like a broken record, this Jake and other Jakes of like-minded, they don't care about that type of stuff. They will still continue to justify the evil and wicked that Esau does, rather than actively trying to point out that, you know what, maybe things aren't fair. Maybe you basically get the picture. Maybe some things need to be. Maybe Esau has to take some initiative if he actually wants some sort of a mercy, which he's not going to do. So continuing on, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11. Oh, and he said that he felt like he got revelation, which, you know what, I wholeheartedly believe, that he got a revelation from the Lord. All right, so let's read this scripture to talk about that revelation. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie. And that's the thing. The Lord sends strong delusion, sends the lies and stuff like that to people like this, in order for them to be fooled and confused by all these different types of stuff. All right, this is the delusion. All right, from the Lord. Okay, this is a revelation that he got from the Lord in order to make himself look like a clown, look like he doesn't know what he's doing, and making him follow after something that is not from YAHAWAH and Yahawashi. All right, and I just thought of a really good idea. Anyway, continuing on, let's get 1 John chapter 4 verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. And this is the thing where there are going to be there's going to be different spirits that are going to be telling you, oh, this, that, and the third, oh, you can go do this, you can go do that, you can X, Y, and Z. But the thing is that, the issue with that is how you have these people that think that they can go and do whatever they want, but in actuality, you see that the prophets are telling you that you are in the wrong, and you don't care. They break down the scriptures, and it goes to show, because oftentimes, people just, whenever they talk about God and the Bible and whatnot, they just say, they just make emotional appeals. Okay, they always talk through emotions rather than what's objectively there. Even with these debates, okay, even with the debates, it's never really sincere. It's always like, well, do you really think that God would allow X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, rather than addressing what is objectively true? What's the fact of the matter? All right. Or what does the scripture plainly say, as we read through all the other verses that I just went through? Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. Okay, so when we are being oppressed, we should all be mad. We should all be angry from the unfair treatment that we're going through. But you have Jake, like this dude, that is okay with it. Like, he doesn't care. All right, it's just like, okay, well, it's fine. I don't mind. I'll keep going with it. Like, it's like, well, what else can you actually say? Like, what is there to genuinely say? Like, there's no real sincerity about it or in it. It's just like this dude who doesn't care to be honest and look at what's actually going on, and he's more worried about, oh, okay, well, I want to keep on doing this, that, and third, and whatever, rather than I want to keep on being emotional. I want to keep on loving Esau, Edom, rather than actually addressing the oppression that the other side, Esau, Edom, is actively doing and still doing now. All right. Next, Isaiah chapter 14 verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captive they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. The scriptures flat out say this is the word of YAHAWAH, but yet going back into it, like, nobody, no Christian cares. All right. They don't care about what the scriptures say. All they care about is, once again, going back into, oh, I love your enemy, this, and the third. Let Esau do that. He can do whatever he wants, but we have to hold ourselves to a higher standards while he's beating the shit out of us. All right, like, it's just flat out unfair. Okay, and there's no sincerity in it, in the there's no sincerity in terms of addressing the actual injustice that we have to go through. All right, continuing on. Even though, like, because that's the thing, the Esau has been is a very terrible person. He is very unrighteous, but yet the irony of it is that we would still be better. We would absolutely be better suited. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me see if I have that. Do I have that? Let me get that then. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so when the wicked is in rule, when the wicked is in power, and that's when, they're going to be when the wicked are in power, everyone's going to be sad. Even other Edomites are fed up with their own rulership. Okay, things are not good for Esau, or for even common Edomites. All right, they have a hard time. They suffer. They're poor. They're suffering. They're going through hardships as well. But the fact of the matter is that it is all in it. We need the Israelites, or more specifically, we need Yahawashi to be on the scene, to be ruling, for things to be proper, for everyone to be happy and prosperous. All right, because there are so many different ways that Esau has been ruling that's not right. And you even have the the workforce, or the economy getting worse, where everyone has to work more and more hours. People are working more hours now compared to 20 years ago. All right, and they're having a harder time living. Even though they're working more hours, they're still having a harder time living comparatively. All right, next. Here it was this important thing. Genesis chapter 20 verse 7. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all thou art thine. So the thing is, with this, if you were to tell Esau, Edom, if you don't, you have to restore the Israelites to what they are. You have to stop this evil, stop this oppression thing that you're doing to them. All right. If you don't do it, then if you don't stop it, then you're gonna die. You're gonna pay for the stuff that you're doing. And the thing is that with all that Esau is doing, he doesn't have any remorse, and he's going to keep on doing what he's doing. He's continuing to forward the affliction and all that stuff, and he does not care about the judgment that's coming. Okay, because and I also said before, where with in terms of judgment, if he was actually sincere, if there was actually a chance for him to repent and to do good, the Lord would have told him this. Okay, but this is also in the scriptures, so he does know it. Esau does know it. Esau reads the scriptures, but the thing is that he doesn't care, and he's going to keep on doing what he's doing. And then at the end of the day, he's going to he's going to pay for the wickedness that he's pushing out. All right, now next, let's get this. This just to summarize, basically this is the example of if Esau was actually good, if Esau was actually wanted mercy, or wanted to not be destroyed, and this would be where he would be given the opportunity to change and to do better, but he's not going to, and we see that he does not care. All right, continuing on, Micah chapter 2 verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And also, there's one more thing. I think is it over here? Do I have it out already? No, I do not. I don't think so. So let me get this. Violence is their cover. Let me just search it up. Violence is their cover. Okay, yeah, I probably doubt I was gonna get it. Yeah, so Psalm chapter 73. Do I have it? Nope. Psalm chapter 73 verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. All right, so violence is the thing that's protecting them, that's helping them get through the stuff. All right, it's through violence, through murder, all right, oppression, that they are able to continue to put their foots on our necks. All right, and these are the people that you are that this Jake is trying to justify and to have mercy for, even though they have no mercy on us. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 7. If a man be found stealing any of his brother's children, Slaki, let me start over. Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 7. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selling him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put away evil from among you. All right, so this is another example. If you are found making merchandise of Israelites, okay, be they well, just in general, Israelites in general, because it's not just children, it's because when it says children, it means children of the sons of Israel, or more specifically, just the descendants of Israel. That's basically it. So any Israelite in general, if you are making merchandise of Israelites, then that's when you're going to have to face judgment. And maybe right now, the Lord isn't doing it, but the Lord is. I say again because I've talked about this multiple times, where the Lord is long suffering, and the judgment is going to happen. It's just the Lord is waiting for you to accumulate more and more Esau to accumulate more and more wickedness, so that he's going to do the full judgment. On top of that, there is the end time prophecies, where there's going to be the thermonuclear fire, or hellfire, quote unquote, which is going to murk Esau, Edom. All right, Slakia. Deuteronomy chapter 62 verse 10. Trust thine oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not thine heart upon them. And that's another thing where people think, and I don't know if this dude is rich or not, okay, but just in general, you have many different Jakes that trust in oppression, because look, if Will Smith he's a black man, he's rich, if he can be rich, I can be rich too. They show us that it's quote unquote possible for a so-called black man to have money, to be rich and whatnot, when in actuality, Esau does that intentionally. He gives Jake false hope intentionally, in order to make us think and perceive that yes, it is possible, and as a result of it being possible, then we need to keep going or follow along with that train of thought, when in actuality it's only possible if Esau allows us. All right, basically virtually allows us, in a way. All right, Slocky, not wholeheartedly, but you have to, so you understand. But Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. So the Lord was displeased at the judgment as well as the wickedness that had fallen upon us, and Esau basically made things worse. He made things worse by going even further, or even worse than what he should have done. All right, that's a very big thing that people tend to gloss over, if you will. All right, in terms of like, is this right? Is this okay? And whatnot. When in actuality, no, it's not okay. He took things too far, basically. All right. Yeah, so that's basically what for the affliction, because the Lord set things in place, but Esau basically made things worse by through all the harsh judgments that he did to us. All right. Next, Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 2. If thy brother be not nigh unto thee, or if thou know him not, then thou shalt bring it unto thine own house, and it shall be with thee until thy brother seek after it, and thou shalt restore it to him again. So basically, let me get this. Verse 1. Thou shalt not see thy brother's ox or sheep go astray, and hide thyself from them. Thou shalt in any case bring them again unto thy brother. So basically, if your brother loses something, they are defrauded, or they are going through poverty or something like that, or they're losing certain possessions, you as a quote unquote brother, which people like to call Esau, Edom, our brother, all right, which on a technicality, sure, yes, but at the same time, no, all right, because that's not what is considered, that's not what Yahawashi considered our brethren, which even other Israelites are not considered our brother. You're not supposed to be calling just any random person your brother, all right, or sister. So, but the main thing is that in the event that Esau was actually our brother and whatnot, the things that he should be doing is he should be helping us get back on our feet. He should be restoring us rather than just saying, okay, well, here's this pseudo help of affirmative action and all that stuff which got taken away and stuff like that. Oh, here's all this little crumbs, here's the projects, here's the ghettos and stuff like that, where again we're being treated like second-class citizens and we're not being treated fairly, we're not being treated properly, but yet again, you have so many people who are just straight up justifying the wickedness that Esau is doing rather than actually addressing that, okay, what, this is wrong, this is evil, Esau is a damn devil. All right, so yeah, this was another thing about it. Next, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle on them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. So this is just basically the ending judgment that's waiting for Esau, Edom, as a result of what he did. This is the result of what he did. This is why he's going to be judged for what he did, because of the evil that he's pushing out on us. So he has to answer for all that. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, the elders, apostles, great millstone, above the ball, and Shalom.